Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
Hello, welcome to episode 176 of the best bits of breakfast. And this is Mark Denholm from The Breakfast Show from Monday to Friday, 6 until 10 every weekday on Atom Radio. You can join me for The Breakfast Show. If you get up early, I'll be there. And if you get up late, well, you may very well have missed me. On the way this week in the best bits in episode 176, we have the after effects of Mother's Day. We have the Jeff Stelling way of going from zero to hero. We have handwriting issues, and anyone that knows me will empathise with that. We have, with the ice hockey postseason coming up, playoff beards and pet empathies all on the way.
Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
10 minutes to 8 o'clock morning, and welcome to Monday. Yesterday was Mother's Day, and Mother's Day, the day where we celebrate our mums and how great they all are. And therefore today, having done all the niceties of yesterday, the presents and the flowers and the cards and the meals and all that, today I want to know the actual down and dirty truth about your mum. And I want to know what it is that your mum has done that is the most embarrassing thing she's done to you in your life. And we did hear from Amy, who said, shouting my name really, really loud at my first ever school play on air at astonradio.co.uk if you want to get involved, which is what Dave has done. And Dave said, my parents were a little over honest when it came to parents' evening, which turned out to be quite embarrassing. My teachers were basically saying that I'd done all right, that I was a good lad and I'd done all right, and they were quite happy with me, when my parents then went on to say, well, I wish he was like that at home, because he's absolutely nothing like that at home at all.
This is Mark Denholm
at breakfast.
Atom Radio.
Jenny says, I was about 11, maybe 12, when I went out with my friends, and we'd met up and we were going to walk down to the cinema, which wasn't far, right? So I shouted bye to my mum. I went outside, and literally just as I was reaching the end of the drive, the front door opened and my mum shouts, Jen, have you been to the toilet before you go? Which was, needless to say, quite embarrassing. Yep, Jen, I'll give you that. That's certainly very embarrassing. I'd have hated that had it have happened to me. So, Jen, that's you in the lead.
Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
Pleased to confirm that despite arguing with a few people yesterday over the Will Smith Oscars thing, I managed to go through the whole day yesterday having a peaceful argument, and nobody came to blows over it.
Mark Denholm at breakfast.
This is Atom Radio.
6:22, Mark Denholm on Atom Radio on a Tuesday morning. Jeff Stelling announced yesterday he is staying on Soccer Saturday to a hero's welcome. I'm therefore wondering, should I announce that I am leaving? And then literally just before I'm about to leave, should I announce that I'm staying? Would I then go from zero to hero?
Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
As we wake up today as well, we learn from yesterday that even if you broke the law, it's perfectly okay to tell people that you don't think you broke the law. We're talking about Boris Johnson and Partygate, where he says he doesn't believe he misled anyone by saying that no rule breaking took place. Oh, okay then. Okay. So you set the rules and you just had no idea. But the Sue Gray report, which we can't see yet, and the Metropolitan Police think differently. Okay.
Mark Denholm
at breakfast.
This is Atom Radio.
Morning. 10 minutes to 7 o'clock, and this is Mark Denholm on Atom Radio, loud, proud and standing out from the crowd. You know how every now and then I share with you a random fact? I found one now that I think absolutely justifies the abomination that is my handwriting. If you ask anyone that's ever tried to read my writing, it's virtually impossible. Even now, I don't have to write that much, but when I do ice hockey, I have to write down the scorers and the assists and all that, right? Other people look at it like, what does that say? Well, just make it up, really. Make it up. But I love this, though. If you have bad handwriting, keep in mind, more intelligent people tend to think faster, and as a result, their handwriting is more sloppy. There you are. I did not know that, but that is me. That's me all over.
Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
I went to bed on Tuesday night and I asked my smart speaker what the weather was for tomorrow, which would have been Wednesday, and it told me the weather for Wednesday. And I then said, what about Thursday? And I got back a message Chance of snow. Oh, oi, no. No. If it must snow, then the least it could do is wait until tomorrow when we could then play the song, Sometimes It Snows in April. I'm not going to play that song just out of interest, but I could if I wanted to, and it would be appropriate.
This is Mark Denholm
At breakfast.
Atom Radio.
Now, Steve, I need to ask you a question.
Go on, then.
Richard and I have discussed the concept of playoff beards.
Oh,
Now, I want to ask your advice on this, because as you know, Steve, I am never clean shaven. I've always got like a shadow and or stubble, yeah? Richard is saying that in order to make this fair, I must go clean shaven. I've said to him that he should stop shaving now so we can have like the same start. Which way do you go on this, Steve?
Oh no, definitely stop shaving now, Richard.
Yep, there you are. So you're saying that Richard should stop shaving now so he can then start at the same starting point as me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Steve. I thank you for that.
Mark Denholm.
At breakfast. Podcast.
Morning and welcome to Friday. It is Dr. Mark Denholm at breakfast. When I say doctor, I mean it in totally the, full sway altogether. But what I will say is music has the ability to repair brain damage, apparently. Therefore, I do claim myself to have some medical healing powers this Friday morning.
Mark Denholm at breakfast.
This is Atom Radio.
Atom Radio, streaming from Slough, banging out the anthems. This is Mark Denholm at breakfast at 7:22. Today I want to know the nicest thing you've ever done for your pets after a lady caught her dad sat on the sofa with a cone of shame on. The dog also had to wear a cone of shame, so the dad put one on to make the dog feel better about himself. What is the nicest thing you've ever done for your pet? On air at atomradio.co.uk.
Mark Denholm.
At breakfast. Podcast.
If you put two bits of the week together, I think they fit really well, okay? We go back to handwriting, and my handwriting is virtually ineligible. Now, I will say I'm left-handed, and in my first finger on my left hand, I have arthritis. I struggle to grip the pen, especially in the winter. And I know it's not an excuse, but my handwriting is very bad. Also, if you think that I spend my morning playing music, which allegedly can repair brain damage, I mean, I've not got that from the British Medical Journal, but it was written down as being true from where I saw it. So if you put the two together, my bad handwriting and the fact that I play music, I feel I'm at least due an honorary doctorate or something. It should happen, shouldn't it? And what about the man empathising with his pet as well? You know, that is pet ownership at its best. The only thing is, if you put a cone of shame on a dog, they can't eat or drink easily because the cone gets in the way. The man sat there on his sofa with his cone of shame, and also he's still having a cup of tea and eating a biscuit. Thank you so much for checking out episode 176 of the podcast. Next week, episode 177. So don't forget to subscribe in your favourite podcast app. And as well, check out the show live Monday to Friday, 6 until 10, on our website, on your mobile and on your smart speaker. Find out more at atomradio.co.uk.
Mark Denholm.
At breakfast.
Atom Radio.